A national missing persons website went live this morning right here in Albany. FamilyInfoSafe.com will allow families of missing people to keep the latest information of their lost loved one public. It allows police to have everything they need in those first critical hours when someone disappears. Doug and Mary Lyall, whose daughter's been missing now since 1998, say this is a great tool to have when this type of tragedy happens.
If we had the information that available to us that that appears on the Family InfoSafe, then we would have been much better off.
The Lyalls, by the way, are from Ballston Spa. Their daughter Suzanne was a UAlbany student. It's important to mention that families will have to pay $20 every year to keep this website updated. Once the profile is created, though, it's never taken down unless someone is found.
It was 6.5 years ago, and it was the last time anyone would see Audrey Mae Herron. The Greene County mother of 3 just disappeared. Her sister-in-law Stacy says there have been no new leads for years.
People forget if it's not in the newspaper, it's not in the media that night, and time goes on and you forget.
Getting your loved one's story in the news was one thing family members like Stacy were learning at New York's annual Missing Persons Day.
There's sadness, tears, and grief at the loss we feel. So shocking in its connection to each of us. There is anger and rage, but a rage that wants justice.
Mary and Doug Lyall and their Center for Hope runs the event. For the 140 people here, it's a chance to find out first steps when a loved one is missing and what new programs are currently in the works. One initiative is collecting DNA of family members, so investigators can have it handy when remains are found. But maybe more important is the support from the other families.
You finally find somebody who knows what it feels like to have somebody missing in your life. People that don't go through the experience, they don't know what to say to you, they don't know how to help you.
This day ends with a wreath laying and a candlelight vigil at the state's Missing Persons Memorial. And for Stacy and the others, there's a never-ending hope their loved ones will come home. In Albany, Curtis Schick, Capital.
Despite today's rainy weather, 4 dozen bicyclists rode from Amsterdam to Saratoga Springs to show support of families missing children and adults. There are cases that often lose attention as time goes by, and as Casada Edwards reports, these people are determined to keep that hope alive.
For these 48 bicyclists, this training ride is symbolic. Sunday's event was part of the Ride for Missing Children, which started in 1995. Today it extends to 5 areas around New York State. Each event raises money for missing children posters.
And so far we have put out 7 million posters on 7,167 missing children. The great news is 5,122 of those children are now successfully recovered.
Mary Lyall is all too familiar with those posters. Her daughter Suzanne went missing from SUNY Albany in March of 1998 and is still missing. Mary and her husband Doug have worked hard to help pass 7 federal laws that puts the focus on not only missing children, but students and some adults as well.
You know, the day that person goes missing, they get on the front page, and then as the week wears on. They go to the back page and then eventually they're completely gone.
When Tepperton traveled from Canada to take part in Sunday's event, Tepperton's daughter went missing 24 years ago, and like Lyall, every day she's focused on keeping her story alive.
Until I know what happened, there's always an ending to every story, and I'm looking for that ending, you know. And I'm doubtful that she's alive, but I want to know the end of the story.
Until we know for sure that they find her, you know, unfortunately deceased, we are always going to have hope.
For each of these riders, keeping hope alive is the main focus every day, on and off the road. In Saratoga Springs, Casada Edwards, CBS 6 News.